A lot of anxiety, and I think that does feed into the anti-incumbency.
First at 6, political fallout and anti-incumbent attitudes. We're talking about the shakeup here at home and the State House following last night's runoff election.
4 upstate counties are getting new sheriffs, including Greenville County, where just last night the challenger Will Lewis ousted the incumbent sheriff Steve Loftus in a very tight race. Lewis joins sheriffs-elects Chad McBride in Anderson County, Don Reynolds in Lawrence County, and Dennis Kelly in Greenwood County, also elected last night. They will take office coming up in January.
7 News' Addie Hampton talked to an expert about the fallout here at home and why it's not a good year to be an incumbent.
She's live right now in Greenville. Addie.
Well, guys, it surely wouldn't seem so. Whether this was the sheriff's race, county council, or state senate, it would seem that people's attitudes towards the people that have been running things for a while have shifted. We saw this last night. One expert says that it gets down to people's anxiety and their anger in an election year that has been unprecedented, even on a global front.
If you vote out an incumbent, you want something to change.
And it would seem voters at home and abroad want to burn down the barn and start over, says Jason Zacher.
In the last year, you've seen Trump, Sanders, the British election, and now a lot of incumbents here in the state get ousted. And I think that the electorate is just angry in general.
Angry at the lack of change, says the vice president of business advocacy with the Greenville County Chamber. Zacher pointed towards voters' fears about security, concerns about crumbling infrastructure, and ethics reform. All things, he said, led to the unprecedented ousting of political incumbents in the upstate.
People are angry at the way government is working right now, or not working as the case may be. And so I think, you know, we get down to a sheriff's election, and maybe it does travel all the way down that if you have the incumbent next to your name, it's a dangerous year.
For Greenville County Sheriff-elect Will Lewis, he's capitalized on those anti-incumbent attitudes in a runoff with Sheriff Steve Loftus that got down in the mud.
The county actually was looking to the future. They really wanted to see a change.
Inching over Loftus by just 2%, Lewis says he's grateful to be joining the ranks of the new upstate sheriffs, saying the people have spoken.
It's democracy in action. If people don't do their job, if elected officials don't do their job, the people are going to vote you out.
It's a sentiment echoed by Zacher, who urged a warning to those running in November.
If you're an incumbent and you're on the ballot, you've got some work to do.
Now, there is one interesting stat that's actually worrying political analysts like Zacher, and that is a low voter turnout for primaries here in Greenville County. There was less than 10%, and those 10% had decided some major political fallout last night. He believes this is a problem when people complain, but there is little action to back it up. I'm reporting live tonight in Greenville. Addie Hampton, 7 News.